Welcome to our home. We're delighted to have you here with us today. It is a funky place. Do come back and visit us again very soon. No one man or woman is an island. This is the first two lines of a poem written by John Donne. My parents came to the UK in the the late 1950s, early 1960s. They were immigrants. They came from two different islands in the Caribbean, and they met here in the UK. They knew absolutely nobody. They had no idea how to navigate London. They didn't know how to set up a bank account. They didn't know how to find a home. And of course, the other travellers that came with them were in exactly the same position. They had absolutely no idea. My parents knew that they had to assimilate pretty quickly. They knew that they had to navigate this town very quickly, and they didn't really know how to do that. They knew that they had to make friends, they had to build a network. If you know anything about, for those young people in the audience, if you know anything about the 1950s and 60s in the UK, it wasn't the best place to be if you were an ethnic minority. So it was very challenging. People weren't necessarily going out of their way to be helpful to them. Anyway, my parents decided that they had to find a way to connect with people because they knew this was going to be where they were going to live forever and that they were going to have their children here. So they set about trying to make connections. Now, my mum's a great cook. Sadly, my mother is no longer with us. But she used food, and I know Pinky's another person who uses food to connect with people. She used food as a way of connecting. So she would, you can imagine she came here, there was no Caribbean food to speak of that you could purchase. So she tried to make do with what she could find and make food, spice it up a little bit so it felt like it was from the Caribbean. And she would go across to her neighbours, who, by the way, were quite distrusting and didn't really like to speak to her. But she would bring food, and over a period of months, people would start opening their doors, taking the food in. I'm sure on the first few occasions they never ate it. But after a while, people started eating my mother's food, and they would love it. And they would come, oh, did you put in that? That's really nice. And, oh, so there was lots of that going on. Then people would start making food for my mother. And we would have food in our house. And so over time, this little community, our doors were always open, people were coming back and forth, kids, including the neighbours, all curious, wanting to know what went on in our homes. And she started to build a community, and people started to trust her. My dad, in his own way, he was the muscle. So he would go and help the neighbours, I don't know, change a faucet or, I don't know, something that was required manly work, whatever that is. And he used to go in and help fix cars and things like that. So, of course, we became, the family that people could rely on for a good meal. And if you had a problem in your home, my dad, Gerald, he'll come over. Jerry would come over and help. It was great. Now, I have to say that my parents didn't do that just to benefit themselves. And this is really important. Everything that they did, they passed on to somebody else. If they learned something from someone, they passed that information on. They were helping to educate and empower their community with the information that they were getting from local people in the area that they lived in. They found out about the best schools to go to because the neighbours told them. They'd find out, oh, don't send your kid to, that piano teacher because they're no good and they'll rip you off. Go to that one. So they were really just learning lots of bits of information that they passed or they paid forward. And that's important because if you don't pay forward, very quickly your network will shut you out. No one likes someone who just takes all the time. So it's really important that when you network, or I prefer to say build your community, it's a two-way street. You're giving as well as taking. Now, my siblings and I benefited from this community. We got so much information that helped us. My first work experience was as a result of a friendship that my mother had made with a neighbour down the road. My internships, again, as a result of a friendship that my father had made with somebody else down the road. So we really benefited from this. Few words now on mentoring. Gosh, we talked a lot about mentoring today. If you don't have a mentor, there is no excuse, go get one. There are loads of great people in this room who are desperate to support and help young women coming up. So do go out and find one. The reason I am here today, the reason I am who I am, and the reason I do what I do, is because somebody helped me. Not just one person, by the way. I have loads of mentors. I have loads. I'm really greedy when it comes to that. I want loads of mentors. I want people, because in my view, no one person is going to give you everything you need. So find lots of different people who support you in lots of different ways. By the way, the best mentoring programs, in my view, are people that you really trust and respect. So find someone you really trust, you respect, who you feel you can be yourself with. Because sometimes the relationship doesn't work if you just go for someone who just happens to be really amazing with that fabulous job, because they may not be a person that's going to connect with you. A little bit just about Bloomberg. So I've been at Bloomberg for 1 year. In fact, it was a year last week. And it's been a phenomenal journey. It's an amazing environment, as you can see. Lots of energy, lots of innovation, people rushing around madly. It's great. It's great fun to be here. One of the things I absolutely love about Bloomberg is the fact that you can be whoever you want in this environment. You can be the person who comes in flip-flops and jeans with, I don't know, Mohican, and we do have some like that in here, or you could be the person in the suit, and everything in between. And I love that. I love the fact that we value the diversity and that we allow people to be whoever they want to be here. Male, female, black, white, Christian, Muslim, whoever you are, there is a place for you here at Bloomberg, and I love that. We have a huge focus on gender diversity. No surprise there, we're a tech company, not enough women coming into technology. But we are really keen to make sure that we can get the best minds out there. We know, I mean, we are in the technological age. It's just going to get worse. People like me who are scared to use keyboards, I don't know, you'll have to get rid of me soon. I mean, technology is so important. We want the best minds. We want to completely outsmart all the other competition out there. And we can only do that by having great people here. And we know from all the research that's out there that the more women you have in organisations, particularly in senior levels, the more profitable you're going to be. We want to make profit, we want girls to come work for us. Simple. So, it's a great time to be a woman. Absolutely. Gosh, I wish I'd been born in this era. Every single organisation out there, all the organisations represented in this room, we are desperate to have female talent. Take advantage. Your time is right now. And one last word to you. You have, I have to put this down to say this. You have two hands. One hand to reach for the stars, and another hand to reach down and bring another woman up with you. Thank you.